Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you four selections for tomorrow's racing. Before we get into that, I just want to dissect on how our tips performed today. In the end, it's been a good day so far, as we had a winner at Kelso with Bill Baxter, won pretty convincingly in the end, put up a really gutsy display for James Burnham, Warren Gretorick, so I hope some of you were on that one there. The other horse we put up was Zern River. I thought he was going to win at one point, going up the home straight, but he was just out-battled and headed in the closing stages. Put up at 8-1 last night, recommended each way. So we got the place money there for coming second. We still do have one tip to run tonight at Seville. So fingers crossed we can get a good result there. That's Army of India, the nap of the day. So yeah, if that was to come in, even place, it's been a good day all round. And like I said, I've got four selections for tomorrow's horse racing. And we're going to be going to Haydock for my first tip of the day, where we're actually going to go in my nap in the opening race at 12:30 with a horse called Harjo for Lily Pitchin, claiming free, riding for Charlie Longston. Really big fan of Lily. She's really been making strides over the last couple of years, and she gets a lot of good opportunities as well. From her boss, Charlie Longston. This horse, like I say, is currently available at 7-2. Going to recommend the 1 point win bet here. Now, I think the key tomorrow for this horse could be stepping up in trip to 3 miles. If you look at its run so far, it's put some good efforts together, finishing second at Carlisle behind Maximilian, who I think is a really smart horse, Donald McCain's. Didn't run bad, I thought, in quite a warm little race at Utah. I think the first two horses in that race could go on to bigger and better things. We've not seen them yet, so we're not sure how strong the form is. But making a handicap debut tomorrow off a mark of 115. I don't think this is actually a bad mark for this horse. Like I say, I think the step up and trip could be the way to go. I imagine she'll ride him prominently as well, which isn't necessarily a bad thing at Haydock, especially when the ground gets tested. It can be hard to make up ground. And this horse, like I say, the 3 mile angle could be very useful. If you actually look at the pedigree of this horse, it's actually related to some decent horses, including the likes of pair of Brown Eyes, who was a good handicap stay and chaser for Willie Mullins also as well. There's been a couple of other horses. I think Master of the Ruler, I think something like that for Nicky Henson. That was a really good horse as well. So plenty of stamina and pedigree on the dam side. I just think the step up and trip could lock a lot more potential. And I like the fact that Lily is really going to ride this horse prominently. I think when she gets horses jumping for her, she's a very good jockey and definitely worth her £3 there. So yeah, I think Harjo could make a winning start to his handicap career tomorrow, and that's why he's going to be my nap of the day. We then go to the 2:30 at Haydock, staying there with my next best with a horse called Jungle Jack for Brian Hughes and Donald McCain. Put him up on the YouTube channel last time out when he took the scalp of Venetia Williams hot pot. He's currently available at 4-1 tomorrow. I'm going to recommend the 1 point win bet. Here's my next best of the day. This horse has got a really good record so far in his lightly race career. 4 wins from 5 starts, and I was just so impressed by the way he pulled away from his rivals last time out. I know it was only a small field, probably wasn't the strongest race. He will have to obviously defy a £9 rise. But I think that could be a lot more to come from him. He had plenty of smart form last year as a novice. I think he could be a horse that could be a 140 plus horse come the end of the season. And he would have to win this race, you'd think, to kind of fulfill that expectation. But I think he can. The yard maybe have had a little bit of a quiet spell over Christmas, but they did have a winner today at Doncaster. So maybe they are just coming into the fore. Ground shouldn't be an issue for this horse tomorrow. I think he'll probably be running prominently again, which I think is the running style you want at Haydock, a track that I often find can suit front runners on testing conditions. And for me, I think this horse has got a good chance tomorrow, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him follow up. We then go to the 2:45 at Taunton for an extra tip with a horse called Iberio for Tom O'Brien and Phil Hobbs. Currently available 8-1, 4 places on offer, bet 365. I think what could be the key for him tomorrow is stepping up in trip like our last couple of selections. Iberio, for me, showed a really good attitude despite making a couple of errors at his jumps at Chepstow. He really stayed on strongly. I know the form was let down at Newcastle on Boxing Day by Tom Lacey's Operation Manor, but I'm not concerned about that. I just thought there was a lot to like from Iberio, and I think he could be better than a mark of 110. Returning to Taunton shouldn't be seen as a negative for him. He won here twice last season, admittedly over shorter, but the way that he was really badly outpaced and he kept finding and he was rallying really strongly at the line, doing all his best work late, suggests that I think there could be a bit more to come from him. Again, Phil Hobbs have been a yard that have been a little bit quiet, but they have had a couple of winners. Time Hill won for him, obviously at Kempton. Smarty Wild as well ran a really good race. I put him up on the Twitter feed when I couldn't do a YouTube video. So I don't think that's too much concern for me. I just think of a nice low racing weight. Tom O'Brien, if you can get him into a good rhythm, big field might suit him as well. I just think there could be a little bit more potential here, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him make the frame. So that's why he's going to be my tip there. We then go my long shot, which runs in the 3 o'clock at Haydock with a horse called Danilo Dairy for Gavin Sheen and Rob Bevis. Currently available at 12 to 1, 4 places on offer at Bet365. What's interesting about this horse is he's coming in fresh, and it could just be the time to catch him. If you actually look at his career history last year, he put up a career best effort when he absolutely bolted up by 14 lengths at Forslass. Okay, the opposition might not be as good as what he's going to face tomorrow, but still, nevertheless, the way he did it from the front was very, very taken, and he just seemed to absolutely love testing conditions and the love for stamina. And this, like I say, could be the time to catch him. Before that as well, he's shown that he can go well fresh. The yard as well, don't have too many runners, but they had a horse yesterday at Leicester that absolutely bolted up in a selling hurdle. So obviously they're full of confidence, and yeah, I expect a good run from this horse tomorrow. And again, if he can get on the front end of things, get into a good rhythm, he could just be too hard to peg back. And at 12 to 1, you're not getting a bad price about him there. I think he's got a good each way chance. Maybe something could maybe pick him up. There's maybe a little bit better handicap, but there shouldn't really be no excuses if he's primed and ready to go tomorrow for a bold bid. And yeah, I'm quite confident on his chances again to run well, and he's going to be my long shot of the day. So they're the 4 tips then for tomorrow's racing. If you're enjoying these videos, remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe here to the YouTube channel at Lucky Loaders 15. Please remember to gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you again soon.